try and fix my neighborhood over here, since I have had some problems with for rent, which is quite famous for causing a lot of problems, I guess. But I have set up a bunch of cool, I think they are quite cool, rentals over here. At least I think the rental system in general is quite nice, but unfortunately I had to remove all the rentals from my game again to set them up freshly. So I didn't have to remove them completely. I had to set up the rental system again now, I guess. So I had to remove the rentals in terms of the kind of build I have. So they are all regular. Oh wow, I hate starting off the stream with a loading screen right now, so bear with me please while we are waiting for this game to load. So they are all set to normal residential lots right now again, as the game didn't like how many rentals I have set up or whatever the problem was. I guess the biggest problem is having rental lots on, what's it called, the penthouses. So that's another thing we need to fix eventually, but that's only for San Myshuno and Ciudad Enamorada. So that's nothing I need to worry about right now, at least. But I'm going to just start this by just, setting up all the areas again in the houses, and also have the owners back, because I did all that and then the bug happened and I couldn't open my game anymore. At least I couldn't access Ciudad Enamorada and San Myshuno, where I had the penthouses. And also I couldn't go into live mode or live mode. And that was even worse, because otherwise I could have saved it maybe by going into live mode and then take a sim to the lots that were bugging my save and corrupting it. But that didn't work. Apparently it did work. Somehow. I don't remember right now how I did it, but part of it was moving my save to my MacBook, where I for some reason was able to go into live mode after it crashed once. So it was all very strange, and I was very scared that I would have to move a bunch of houses from this save to a new one, but that would have been super annoying, since I already set up a bunch of family relations and clubs and so many things. So to show you my build a little bit, this is one of them. On this lot there's only 2 units, and one of them is supposed to be furnished, and I was thinking to move in Zoe Patel's sister in here. So if you remember, Zoe Patel is a base game townie, and I gave her a sister, so maybe I am going to have her live in this house over here. But Zoe Patel, I want her to live in San Myshuno. So I don't know what you think about that, but I thought it might be fun to have some base game townies live somewhere completely different. I'm not too sure about the layout of this house right now. It's a little bit difficult to have the living room work properly. With the front door over here, I find it a little bit hard to figure out right now, but maybe it will come together later. I'm not sure. So maybe I'm going to first set up all the rental situations, and then after that I'm going to go in and choose some houses that I want to work on more. I don't know yet, but yeah, I'm currently trying to figure out my stream overview here, so I can have a better look at that, but that's also not too easy right now. All right, okay, that's good now. So I wanted to have the neighborhood over here all be, every house is supposed to be a high havoc. I want mold in every house, and also the reduce and recycle lot challenge on all the houses we have around in this neighborhood. So I need to remember that. And for the names, I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's not what I'm trying to do now. So okay, this is now a residential rental. Okay, this one is not going to be one in any case. This is a single house, and I want this to stay like that, and have it be the starter home of this neighborhood, just how it is in the default save when you open up the Sims 4 regularly. So that's what I want to keep, because I kind of like it like that when it is the starter house. So let's keep that. And then, okay, let's go to this one next and set this one up as our next rental. This is going to be a little bit annoying having the loading screens now every time I go into another build, and my PC is not handling this all very well, and I'm really looking forward to upgrade hopefully quite soon. Especially now that I'm trying to stream, it's not really helping, and also other stuff like making custom content is not so easy anymore, and playing the game in live mode I cannot really do. So I think an upgrade is really worth it now, and I would really benefit from it. Okay, we are at the next house or rental lot, and here we have 4 units that are going to be separated. So I think I'm going to start. I want to have, yeah, maybe the first one is this one. So let's have this be a residential rental. I always wonder what, I guess the front porch is supposed to be public just so Sims can go to the front door, right? I haven't really tried that out yet, if that makes sense, but the back porch would probably be nicer if it's separated, just so you won't have random Sims from this lot hang out there. So, oops, not the sofa. Can I get that back, please? Okay. Okay. Then this one is, I have put Sims here before, as I said, so this is supposed to be the unit where Liberty Lee's parents are going to live in. So if you remember Liberty, she usually, wait, did she live on this lot with Summer and Travis? I think so, right? I'm so used to my own save file right now, or for quite a long time, that I almost don't remember how it is normally. So I'm sometimes getting confused because my save file has become the default for me, where I spend the most time in The Sims in. So I don't really remember how it used to be sometimes. Okay, so this on the left, I have a couple living here with a toddler. So these are going to be the neighbors of Liberty's parents, and over here in this room, I want to have some kind of guest room where Liberty or her siblings, no, I have 2 siblings for her. I think she has 2 brothers, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we can have stay over guests in this room. I might just put a Murphy bed in here so I don't forget about it any time I come back to this. Would probably fit best on this side here, so I might just move this around quickly to have this set up already. Yeah, that's quite nice, right? So this, I don't know about this little shelf unit over here. And no, we don't have a lot of space in this house. So why am I now focusing on this? I just wanted to put down the Murphy bed, and now I'm starting to rearrange everything before I set up what I want to set up. So let's try to focus on that. The balconies are open. Oh wait, there's only one on this side. But this one is open, so I might just put some different separation object in the middle, and or should I just, I guess I should section it off, right? That's a bit weird otherwise. I don't really like how this looks though, but I can cover it up with something later on, so that's fine. But it would make sense to have this separated. On the front porch, I think it can be open, but on the balcony upstairs, it would be a little bit creepy if the neighbors could just walk in here. Why does the outline thing not toggle off? Rental units really freak me out. So I might just select this unit here, and then I'm going to move on to the next one, so I don't have to bother with this much more. And over here, I wanted to have one of the Sims that live with Marcus Fleck and Paolo Rocco. I don't remember the names from the two female Sims that are living with them, unfortunately. I find them not to be as present whenever I played with any Sim, and Marcus Flex is one of the Sims that's for other people probably like Summer Holiday or Eliza Landgrab, because he always shows up when I'm playing, and he is, for me, he's one of the most iconic default Sims we have, just because I think it was even the first Sim I really played with in The Sims 4. At least one of the gameplay I remember very vividly, when my Sim fell madly in love with Marcus and he rejected her proposal. And I was very impressed back then, because I don't remember ever having this happen to me in The Sims 3 or something. So I remember when I first played The Sims 4, I wasn't as repelled as some people were. But maybe that's also because I did get some expansion packs, and with The Sims 3 I only ever had the base game. So I didn't really ever play The Sims 4 only with the base game. I think I purchased one or two of these collections where you get a game. Wow. Oh, hi Sunny, how are you? I hope you are having a lovely Saturday today. Welcome in. Now I totally forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, I purchased one of these collections where you get 3 DLCs at once, I guess. So an expansion pack, a game pack, and a stuff pack all at once. So I didn't really have to bother just playing with the base game. So I was lucky when it comes to that. Alright, let me save this first. You're on the hunt for some food, so you're looking in your fridge, or are you going out to buy some food? I will need to eat something later on too, so it's already 10 p.m. and I already had my dinner, but I still have some rice and chickpeas and spinach. So some sort of soup I made. I like to currently make this broth with some soup cubes from the Asian supermarket, and then I just put in some vegetables and stuff like chickpeas or beans or something like this, and I can make myself a very quick dinner this way. So that's very handy, because even though I sometimes like to cook, I don't like to cook every single day in a large extent. I don't know how to say it. So I like to find ways to make myself some easy dishes that are not too pre-made, so incorporate some vegetables and so on, and rice is always a good option for me, and rice with any kind of vegetables and maybe just some soy sauce or something, I'm pretty much good with. You immediately bought the living and vampires. Oh, that's a good combination, I guess. Yeah, so I guess we were lucky then that we didn't have to bother with the base game for too long, and then what was it what came out next? I guess Outdoor Retreat. So that must have been a tough time, but back then I didn't really started playing The Sims 4 until I don't know right now which year it was, but maybe 2018 or something. So there was already quite a bunch of DLC to get. Okay, you're looking in your apartment. And yeah, I actually didn't leave the house today at all, so I understand. Oh, cereal is always also a good option. I also like to just I can't think of the word. I like to replace meals with stuff like cereal too. So sorry, I find it sometimes a little bit hard to talk English still, and I realize how much better it already works now that I have streamed a few times in a row. So that's good, I guess. Whoops. Okay, we both stayed in today. Well, I guess it's okay to sometimes stay inside. But also if you can get some fresh air or take a little walk, it always helps, I realize. Because at the end of the day, I oftentimes when I stayed in all day long, I feel like it makes a difference when you have been outside a little bit. Yeah, it really helps, even though no one can really correct me, but the most practice I guess I get with learning English further is by watching movies and shows and content on the internet in English, but then I don't really get the practice of talking myself. So streaming is actually pretty great right now to realize what works well and what doesn't. So about this rental unit, I must say it might be a bit weird because this on the right is going to be Eliza Pancake's sister's apartment or house, I guess, but next to it are living the landlords, which are Summer Holidays parents. So I have set up so many family members for the base game townies that I feel a little bit bad when I look around with townies from other worlds that I have made over yet, but they don't really have gotten such big families yet. So that's something else I want to target soon. But yeah, so on this side I want to have Eliza, Pancake's sister, and her don't get along super well, but yeah, it's Eliza, right? But Lisetta, was it Lisetta? I have so many Sims by now, I sometimes obviously don't remember their names, but Lisetta has a pretty fun, colorful style, so I want that to reflect in her apartment, but there's not a lot going on, and Summer Holidays parents are elders, and yeah, they have this not too special, a little bit outdated, elderly looking, but I guess very cozy. So it's supposed to look homey, but Summer Holidays' mother, I made her pretty annoying. He's not fun to play with. And I have 2 sausage dogs. So I wanted all the houses to be high havoc, as this whole neighborhood is going to be having these 3 traits. Oh, you're living in the city center. For me, it's different. I live kind of on the edge of the city, so even though I wouldn't like to go out in the dark as well now, just to get some fresh air. In the daytime, I am pretty lucky to be quite close to nature, so that's something I always need to remember, that I don't have the hardest time to take a walk outside. So I should get more use out of that. Okay, did I... Wait, let me toggle on the outlines again, just so I can see if I missed anything. I think we are good. Yeah, it's so nice to have them have parents, because sometimes the townies feel a little bit empty, and I think that's also something they did very, very well with the other Sims versions, right? I don't know if in the Sims 3 they had also these very detailed family trees, but definitely in the Sims 2, because that's also a game I never got to play really, apart from sometimes when I was visiting friends as a child, but now that I'm working on the save file, I like to look up the lore of the Sims 2 especially, and incorporate it here a little bit too. So okay, we have now set up the rental unit here, and this one is going to be a small business venue, and I might just continue with that one, because the other ones have finished floor plans and some interiors are put down, but this one is still in a very like sketched out way when it comes to the interior, so I might continue with that one now. And now we can actually start building, so I guess that's great. They are really pushing the fairies pack in this loading screen right now, and I almost forget about that it exists sometimes. I don't even really see it much in the build mode, just because, I mean, the items are pretty nice when you want to build something fairy related, I guess, but overall it's a bit hard to use them. I just want to, I feel like I want to see. Again, I haven't looked at the fairy stuff in quite a long time. And since in this build I have this very whimsical shop or store, I might find something I can use here. And I realize I have put this very, what is it actually? Oh, it's an apothecary stall. I don't know if this makes sense on the business venue, but it looks cute. Yeah, I totally agree. And as The Sims is so Americanized, I tend to have a bunch of homes that don't really fit this fairy stuff, but I guess the plants are a pretty nice addition, and I think that's maybe something that makes this pack a selling point for people who are not really interested in the fairy stuff overall. Even though I want the lighting to be pretty dim and cozy in this store, I think for furnishing it, it would be nice to have it a bit brighter for now. Even though I don't really like it. Oh, my cat woke up. She slept for hours now, but I was too busy setting up the stream. And I should have timed it better. But maybe she doesn't need me immediately, but I wanted to time it so that she is not yeah, because last time, well, it wasn't too bad or anything, but every time I think I can start stream in a minute, but then it takes so long because something with my technical stuff goes not how I want it, just because I still don't have an actual webcam. I'm using my phone right now, and that one has to be charged because it doesn't keep being charged while I use it as a webcam. So if I wouldn't charge it enough, it would go out while I'm trying to stream. So oh, these candles are also really cute, especially for this top. So I might include some things here and there, and I might just put out a few items and see what we can use here. But also, oh, counters are difficult, I guess, because Sims like to cook on them wherever they can. Even though there is no fridge here anywhere apart from the residential area then. So this lot is not going to be optimal with businesses and hobbies and for rent. So either or, one of the packs, I wish we could combine them, because this way I will have to have a residential lot over here, and I might even put in 2 units, I'm not sure yet. And over here is an apartment upstairs for the shop owner, so that might be a little bit confusing. But on the other hand, I don't really care, because I really like how the lot turned out overall with the layout and stuff. So I'm quite happy how this worked out. So it's quite a big lot. I will have to furnish a bunch of stuff, and there's a lot going on, but I hope it will be worth it in the end. I will need to put a little gate over here. Oh, now I feel like I really want to use the fairies pack for some reason, but this is too short. Yes, it would make so many more opportunities for us if we could combine rentals and businesses together. It would be actually quite amazing. But no, we can't have it all. And now we even have this other new lot type, which also doesn't really make sense to me that it's separated. So with the custom venues, there's also so many possibilities, but that's where you cannot even have any residential area set. I think you can't even set anything, right? Can you if I'm going to change it to look it up, will this, no, there's nothing I can ruin that I have set up here. So if I'm going to try, so custom menu wouldn't make any sense really, but why did they not give us the opportunity to own custom menus? So I hate this game sometimes. That's so unfortunate. And I wish if we had a different purchasing model, I guess having it The Sims be where's the business now? Small business it's called, right? If The Sims was some kind of subscription model, I would be so annoyed as well, obviously. But one thing is that maybe it would be possible that everyone who has access to it then, that they could have just worked upon the systems that they've built and not make a new system every time. So like with restaurants and now the businesses and hobbies stuff, that you cannot even really combine that. It's so stupid, most of this stuff, that it really makes me very angry when I think about it. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to have a subscription model because that would be horrible, especially for people that are the kind of Sims player that only pick up the game every few months, and they would have to set up this subscription every time, and it would be like you pay money every time you want to play the game and so on. So that's definitely not what I want the game to be either. But this way, with all the systems, I don't really understand how people that don't play the game regularly get around anything that's going on, because I find it confusing. But even though I am watching so much Sims content and I have played the game a lot, I don't know, I feel like people who just play from time to time and get a pack without, ooh, my game is struggling, and get any pack just for fun from the EA store and load up their game, and there's so much new in the stuff in the game, but you don't really understand, I feel like, what's going on, and you don't even know what comes with it. And I guess there's inbuilt tutorials and stuff like that, but I find it confusing even though I am so deep into the Sims stuff. So yeah, you get overwhelmed when you take breaks, right? So that's, and I feel like now even the popular Sims influencers are saying this, so there's something not really user-friendly that they are doing. Even though, on the other hand, what I had for a long time with The Sims was that it felt like you know everything. So every pop-up you get, you are prepared for, every interaction that's going on. I don't even want these sunflowers over there. I should think about what I want in this, because I'm not really a fan of this light wood in this building. I want this to be much more moody and industrial because this is supposed to be some kind of juice fizzing factory and probably also nectar making. I haven't thought about it as much as I probably should, just so I know what to place where and so on, but I want this to be not as modern as it is right now, but I still want this to be a little cafe area. I guess I have put all this stuff down in this style just because the coffee bar looked like that. I don't know about the black, so I might go with a very brown for now. And that might help if I just switch up every watch in here. No, this doesn't work at all what I have going on here. That needs to be changed as well. Do we have, yes, that's also coming in this brown swatch. Oh, and that's clipping quite badly on the top there, so that's something I want to change. I don't like the clipping. Oh, I need to go closer to really go right up to the corner there. That's good that you always have ideas to build. I also feel like every time I almost finish a build, or well, maybe even when I don't have many finished builds in the save file even, but I feel like, yeah, it's really interesting how you can get ideas from so many sources when it comes to building in The Sims 4. So one thing is obviously new items and new worlds and stuff like this, and also ideally new lot types, but also going out and seeing some houses and stuff like this can really help. I think I want this to be right in the middle of this column, so it looks like it's kind of built into this area here. And I might see if I can also get another one and put it over here. So if I shove it into the wall, will this clip through the wall and be annoying on the other side? No, it wouldn't. So that's good. That is really working, I think. Okay. Oh yes, being on vacation also really helps. I've been a few years from now. When was it? Like 2 years ago? I don't remember. When did Tatosa and the wedding pack come out? Because I went to Italy with my mother, and it was pretty nice to have the inspiration from there. And after that, going to Tatosa in game and using the houses I saw there to build in Tatosa was so much fun. Even though I don't remember what Tatosa was based on, but it really worked. So, yeah, that was nice. I haven't been on vacation for quite some time now, though. I think that was one of my last vacations I did. I think this dark brown really helps this area, even though I still have the modern interior mostly in here. This is also from the fairies pack, right? I did apparently try to incorporate fairies in here before, but I don't think this matches the vibe I'm going for either. Or maybe, I'm not sure yet. I will have to decide on some accent colors and stuff like this. Oh, but this purple chair. Oh no, I have blue in here. But the pillow has some really nice designs on it. I guess we could also use the black one. But then I don't want it in this house, in this store as well. So I'm going to get rid of the chairs and tables because I don't want those. And I think I will try and incorporate something like green or something that goes with green very well, just because I have these shutters outside, and I'm surprised because these are for rent, but they go very well with this old industrial thing I have going on here for some reason. Maybe it doesn't, and I just think it does, but I feel like it works. So I'm going to keep it. So we don't have space for any more windows on this side, I guess, just because we need the stairs and the bar area over here. I don't know where else I could put the bar, and I think I wanted to be in the first part of the building, so also this lamp has to go. And I would need to section off a space for the toilet. But the toilets could also be upstairs. And this is supposed to be another hangout area over here. So I'm not really sure if I want to keep the stairs how I place them. Not the biggest fan of what I did here. But yeah, also not sure if I want to keep those stairs. I might switch it out a little bit. Not switch it out, but switch it around. Or I could have I don't know why I want to keep it in the front, the coffee area, because I could also put it up here in the back. That could also work. That way I would have a bunch more space in the front. Oh no, why did this spandrel go dark? Does it come from using... Oh, the shelves make some weird shadows up there. That's annoying. What if we don't have the spandrels there? Only have it in the middle? That doesn't really make sense. But also I'm not sure if they are a little bit too industrial for my liking. So I might try... You like the room dividers? So if I put them all the way up, so yeah, I might just let me see. Oh, why am I deleting everything separately? I could have just used the room tool, but oh well. So I might try this. I think that's actually, yeah. Whoops. sorry. Oh, we definitely need to paint the ceiling in this build. This looks so ridiculous. I'm so happy we can do this now, because being inside the room here without the ceiling painted really freaks me out, and I need to make use of the painted ceilings. I can hear the cat screaming downstairs, so I'm probably going to see if she needs anything in a minute. But maybe I can quickly find... I don't even know what would go on a ceiling in a house like this. I mean a build, not a house, really. I might think about it a little bit. I'm going to show you the outside again while I'm away. Oops, did I leave this? Wood or concrete? Yeah, concrete might be good. Wood would also be nice, I guess, but... Oh, maybe the horse ranch, this stable wood. I don't know. I'll try to keep that in mind. So, yeah, I'm going to give her a cuddle. Okay, see you in a second. So wait. What did I want to do? I wanted to quickly turn off my camera just so I don't do anything weird. So in a minute, I'll be back probably. I'm back. the cat might come back in a second, but for now she's good, I guess. She's very vocal, so you never really know if it's urgent or if she just wants to grab my attention. So have I turned off my sound, my mic, I guess? No, I think I didn't, right? You can hear me, hopefully. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. Okay, so where was I? I wanted to place some ceiling paint. You can hear me. That's awesome. Okay. She did get some cuddles, by the way. I don't know if I said that then. So I wanted to see if this horse ranch ceiling would work for us. Oh yes, I don't know if this watch is ideal, but I think, wait, how can I change it up from down here? Or do I, oh I can. Okay, no, not the white, that's not looking good. I actually like the one that's very dark. No, I might. I like the wood itself, but I'm not too sure about the texture we want. So the swatch, I guess. So this dirty one or the light one? I think the one with more detail that looks a little bit rough and old. I really don't know about anything else. I think I'm going to go with this horse ranch stuff. I should probably paint all the ceilings before I forget. So I'm going to use this rough one. Worn, I don't know, a little bit grungy. Almost looks like there was some fire in the building once. So yeah. Okay. Now the ceiling is painted, but we won't really see it again. But it's good to know that it is and that I don't need to worry about it. So I want to filter by a few packs that I want to use in here. Or should I probably worry about the floor plan first? I actually do like the cafe area being back here and the toilet being upstairs. So that's something I might do. So I should also figure out where I want the stairs to go though. So if I'm making a bathroom upstairs and then I want to change up the stairs, that would probably be difficult. So I would like to have some sort of open space where the stairs go. Oh, it's destroying my kitchen roll again. I had this yeah, she's going to destroy it. This, I don't know what to call it, this toilet paper, but it's big for the kitchen. The kitchen towel. Yeah, I had it upstairs to clean my, well, I wish I had a different camera so I could also show you, but I really don't want to move my phone right now because it's always a little bit of a struggle to set it up. yeah, but she really likes to play with it. She discovered it earlier, but also I played with her with a toilet paper roll before, so I once discovered that she really likes to rip it apart. And if that's fun for her, I'm not the one who's going to judge her for it, so I just let her do what she wants if it makes her happy. At least she's not very destructive otherwise, so I wouldn't be so happy if she did this with things that are more important to me, so that's alright. I'm just scrolling through some random debug stuff here, but actually I wanted to try and find a good space for the staircase instead. I might try to line it up with this wall over here and just have it. That's a little bit boring, but I also don't know how much I should worry about the. Oh, I just said she's not destructive, but now she's really looking for some things to. Yeah, that. I thought I could maybe just show you what she looks like. She wanted to crawl into this bag I have on another table here in my office. And I have some light bulbs in it, so it wouldn't have been so good if she knocked it down the table, so. She's looking at me so, what's it called? Like she's demanding and very upset that I don't have time for her right now. So I can't really concentrate when the cat is looking at me like this. But now she's on the rug. I'm trying. That's a thing I still need to get used to while streaming, to see how I handle this. Because obviously I don't always jump and do everything she wants, but as I said, since she's so vocal, and apart from that, she's pretty easy going. So if she's hanging out with me a bunch, and then she's sleeping a lot like cats do, and then she's almost telling me what she wants, so that's pretty handy. So she's screaming, and then you go. Not screaming. Screaming sounds a little bit dramatic, but she's meowing and making noises, and sometimes it sounds dramatic, but most of the time she just wants to play or cuddle, and she almost tells me what she wants, so that's pretty nice. And apart from that, when I'm the one that wants to hang out, she's sometimes not really like in the mood that time, so it's almost like she decides when we are going to hang out. Yeah, I thought I wanted to have some sort of upstairs gallery thing going on here, so maybe this is the way to go. This way, I could put some. I think I have an idea. So this is going to be a little bit of useless space, which is great. No, but this way I can put a bathroom here and also some small random utility room. I don't know yet what I want to put in it, but I think that might work because I don't really have any other ideas for the inside upstairs apart from bathroom and it being a way to get onto this outdoor balcony area. So that's mainly what I want for this area. I'm not really sure about this fence. But businesses and hobbies probably does have some things for us because I think this way I like the staircase also a little bit more because I don't want to have the super modern minimalistic aspect of it, but I am going to go with a darker wood swatch definitely. Ooh, and I might yeah, no. I was thinking if I want this to be even more open on the back there, but I don't know. I definitely want the staircase to be in a dark wood, so that's one thing. And I should really save my game. Oh my god. Placing downstairs, so not new stairs, but replacing stair designs on existing stairs is one thing that has been crashing my game so many times. So every time I do it now, I get reminded to save, but also to really be scared that my game is going to crash. So oh, it's done. Great. All I see is brick everywhere. I might switch it up on some parts and have a little bit of more variants of design on the walls. Wall design? What am I saying? A few different swatches of wallpaper, whatever. Yeah, it's really annoying when the game crashes. It's so devastating sometimes, depending on what you just did and how long it's been since you last saved. And I'm a bit annoyed with all the windows in the bathroom just because I was picturing me using the bathroom, the section of toilets, what are they called? Bathroom stalls. So if I do that, if I can hide the window, that's good. So yeah, that's great because I was first apparently thinking I use this eco lifestyle bathroom stuff, but I don't want that anymore. Oh, I could maybe even, I don't know why I'm so excited to hide the windows, but they were really, I was really annoyed that I did have so many windows here just then. So probably have a few options to hide them, but I might use the other room as the bathroom just because I have only 2 windows to worry about, and one of them showing is nice, but this one in the back is more difficult to hide for some reason. Is it on the same height? Yeah, it is. So I don't know, but either way, it doesn't really matter if the bathroom is in this room or this room. So, whoops, I don't even have water tile placement on yet. So now I did it. And that way we have a blank wall over there where we can easily put the basins and also the mirror and stuff like that. So I might even now use this eco lifestyle stuff. I'm not sure yet. I might also place down some counters over there. Yeah, I feel like these look a little bit off. And I don't know why I tried to incorporate some eco lifestyle stuff so much. Why I wanted that so badly in here. Oh, the cat is going into her little bed in my desk again. Oh, no. I wanted to show you where she's sleeping a lot of the time because it's... I'll show you on my tablet. This picture dot there as well. That's now a little bit of a stretch, but I really want to show you where she's sleeping right now. Well, she really likes to lie down in my desk, in my desk drawer. That's what it's called. Yes, I have it on here. So, can I show you this way? Yes, I can. So that's how she likes to sleep. Is it? Can you see it? I can guess you can, right? So that's where she is right now. So if you have this desk drawer, I think that's a good place to set up a cat bed. Yeah, it's really cute, right? I was so happy when she started doing that because before that she was sleeping over there in this no, this way you can't even see. I think if I go on this side, I have some not a chair, an armchair in the back there, and it was also nice that she liked to lie down there with me. But now she's directly next to me. I like it even more. And she likes it more too, so it's a win-win for both of us. What kind of doors do I want here? I'm wondering. These don't really look like doors that you would find on the inside, but at the same time they are really nice. I have to put down a few options. So definitely businesses and hobbies might go throughout the building pretty well, obviously, but oh, maybe this is where eco lifestyle comes in place again, because this door, even though I really like it, I feel like it really doesn't look like it's maybe it does. I'm not sure. I really like it, so I might just use it and I can change it up if I want later, but for now I might just go with this one. Yeah. I'm actually not sure if I want to use the businesses and hobbies toilet though, just because I'm not the biggest fan of the lighting, and I guess you cannot turn it off. But we might have to, because the other toilet stalls are much more not industrial, simple and commercial looking. But I do think that's better. I don't know how fancy I want to go with this yet. I'm having somewhat of an idea what I want this build to be, but at the same time, I'm still figuring things out a lot. So, ooh, now we might have quite a good space for this coffee bar underneath the stairs that's looking a bit more coherent. I might try that for now. I might switch it up again. I don't know. Yeah, always very many decisions to make. Very many? So many. I don't know. Okay. So I might see if I can get the industrial filter on, and I might go more into this industrial direction in terms of the building. So I don't know about the decor yet, but having a bunch of detailing like random vents and pipes and stuff like this might really help to make this feel more like an old factory that's still somewhat a factory now. Ooh, these lamps from Adventure Away are actually so good. We might just also go with this 2010 coffee industrial style. Even though this is not primarily a cafe, we might as well use this style. Like, we have a cafe area in here as well, and also, oh wait, this comes in a really nice green by default that actually matches our green shuttle a little bit, or maybe also a lot. And it has gold, so we might use this as a direction for us to go with. That might be quite helpful actually. So I might really go with this industrial, I don't know how to describe it, but coffee bar. I don't know, some place where a lot of bearded people, like big beards and small beanies, this kind of hipster place. And then, yeah, and then it works. And then you all get what I want to, what kind of people I want to show up here to drink this very trendy fizzy juice that they are making here. So it's kind of like when we have some nectar making and juice fizzing, this is kind of the combination that makes somewhat of a craft beer culture in this building for people to try that, or I don't know what I'm talking. So, but that's what's probably helping to make this have a particular style. So these might go here just because there's some random space here, and might help to make this place feel more decorated. also I'm not the biggest fan of these planters. And but I might put some planters there later. So this is not a bar area right now, but I might be able to make it one. Would this be annoying to have this shelf over there? Ooh, now that I wanted to have gold in here, the silver is going to be a little bit hard for me to accept, but also it doesn't really stick out too much. But we do have kind of matching counters for this coffee bar, right? Didn't they add them with the base game? Oh, now I will have to get rid of the filter for now and maybe put it back on in a minute. Did they not give us ones that match with this one? So there are some that match a little bit, but not exactly this watch I wanted to use. Oh, of course not. Of course not. Why would they? But does it look too bad if I switch it up? Why does it not come? This is making me so upset again. What did they do? Didn't they add some to make this go together better? I don't get it. Yeah, this one kind of works, but I feel like this was really the best option we had right there. And also, why does it then not come in the default swatches of this counter? Do they ever think about anything when they give us new stuff? Or can they at all comprehend how annoying it is when you are trying to build something in this game? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I don't think so either. Well, they are not like us. They are not like us and try to make everything look nice and cohesive. They just put in random items and just go with it. And people like me lose their minds over it. So now that my plan is not working out, maybe I can find a workaround with some other counters that don't fit and match. Oh, no. I can't do this. Can I now use the fairy pack for some reason? That would be very, very odd if this would have a swatch that goes with it very well. But why does it almost match? I know it doesn't, but it's better than the one that's supposed to go with it. But I don't really like it. Can I? Okay, you can size this down, but I don't want to do some very crazy workarounds right now, and I would have to do a lot of testing and stuff, so that's not really my goal here. So I might just not have some kind of bar area over there, but oh, but maybe. So we have this coffee bar here, right? In this area, there's going to be some forces on juice fizzing and stuff like this. So I don't know why I put pottery in here. I don't really think I want to do pottery in this build. Even though it's nice to have more options, but including pottery as well would kind of be overwhelming. When you... Maybe it wouldn't, but maybe it would. So I want this to be focused on particular topics like juice fizzing and nectar making. So I should stick with a topic and make some decisions and not try to have everything in it, right? So juice fizzing and nectar making it is, and that's what we have downstairs and upstairs in this building then. But that means that we might also, as we have a coffee bar, we might also have another bar area somewhere. There's not really space for it upstairs, and on the outside I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but it would make the outside have a little bit, and the upstairs have a little bit more purpose. Maybe even on this wall. I might do that. I might not assign... Oh well, maybe I will. I was thinking what's going to happen when it's cold outside, but maybe I shouldn't worry about it. So if we do have a barkeeper over there, if they are going to get stuck by lighting or something like that, that's not my issue right now. I should just build what I want to build. Oh, that's too shabby for us here. I was trying to look for something that's a little bit in between, so it looks a little bit more fun and DIY and so on, but not like this. Ooh, this Adventure Advice bar is actually pretty perfect because it kind of resembles this look like when people build a lot out of pallets and stuff like this, like these these container pallets. We have some eco lifestyle, so I might be able to use them around here and build some custom sitting area. Now I'm getting the ideas I was looking for. So I do want to remember to incorporate some more industrial decor though. Should this be a little bit more broken? No. But yeah, I think that's going to go well. Ooh, do we have some nice murals from this? Is it from the Industrial Loft Kit? It is. So stuff like this could be nice. It doesn't really go well on this brick texture though. That's also quite pretty. Yeah, I try to use some of this. This would also come in green, so that might help us. But I should come back to this industrial decor and put out these pallets I was thinking about. I don't know if they're called this in English or yeah. But I'm talking about. Where do I find them? I would need debug. No, live edit. The normal debug can go away. That's not really... That's just cluttering up the build catalog for me right now. And then I will need eco lifestyle. And then I should find them pretty easily, hopefully. Yeah. These are the ones I was talking about. These are a little bit big. Oops, not right. No, first write this down, and then I want to use the tool mod. Okay, you think they are called pellets. That's good. Okay. I don't know if they are named in the debug. They are called industrial pellets, so we are good. And then I'm going to size them down just a little bit for now. I'm probably going to have to... Oops. I'm probably going to have to size them down again to make them fit with some of the seating thing I want to use. So comfort, and then misc, and then I was thinking to use one of these. Maybe this one could help. Yeah, something that gives us the illusion that we have some sort of cushion. Probably something that doesn't really... No, we can't size those up or down. Also, is there... Oh, I was thinking there might be a better lighting situation so you can see better what I'm doing, because I feel like the shadow makes it hard to see with all the brown. But maybe I'm thinking about it too much. So will this work? So what I'm picturing, maybe I will need to make them really small, so I can just use a bunch of them. Or maybe I'm just putting in too much effort right now, and then I will not even be able to do it like I want to. That's also probably happening. I mean, it's not happening for sure, but it's a possibility that that's going to happen. See, I'm really making it very complicated for me right now. But it could be so nice when it works. So can I maybe figure out how many I would... Whoops, no. How did you... Oh, this way. Okay. I need to press Alt and Shift so I can copy this one exactly in the size and so on. So if you have never used toolmod, this might look very confusing, and to be honest, toolmod is a little bit confusing. But it's so worth it sometimes. And sometimes it's just making everything complicated, and in the end it looks very, very stupid. But sometimes it's worth it. So I'm now really motivated to make some sort of custom palette outdoor bench situation here. And I want to rotate this one by... No, not in this axis. by 90 degrees, so it's facing upwards. So it's vertical, so we can have some sort of backrest. So rotate, change axes, change again. Yes, this is the way to go. And then 90 degrees didn't do anything. Why is it not happening? Oh, now it's gone. Okay. Oops. No, 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 no. I want to go back. Please let me undo this a few times. Oh, it's here in the ground. Okay. But this is the axis I want to have it rotate in. So why is it not doing it? Rotate around center. What does that mean? Okay. Apparently now it worked. So maybe I need to rotate it around the center. I don't know what the other option is if that is not toggled on, so does this look okay? I might need to use 2 of them for the back and then also get some push and so on, so it looks more cozy. But I think what I want to do is going to be nice. Oh, some items can't even be rotated. That's interesting. Maybe this setting is new and it helps when it doesn't work otherwise? I don't know. I'm trying to avoid tool a lot of times, but now I feel like this might be doing something I would otherwise not have be able to pull off so well if I wouldn't use it right now. And I feel like, yeah, I do have the motivation to try it right now, so I might as well do it. I probably would be able to copy the whole seat I'm making right now over. So I might just try and build one completely. And then okay, I might do it when it's done. I mean, not when it's done, but I might just place 2 of them like this. Yeah, we will see. So I'm going to, oops, okay. How did I, okay, with Alt I can select multiple objects, and with Alt and Shift I can duplicate the whole thing. And then the next problem is that I want to move it over to there, but now it's in the ground. So how do I get it? No, I might. Ooh, that will be so annoying because I will also have to have this. Do I want this to go around the corner? I might not even want that. So I might just have one bench on this wall and then another one on this wall. But the biggest problem I'm having is now that it's floating, and I lost a few pallets apparently. Ooh, thank you so much. I'm glad you are a tool expert here in my chat. Thank you. That's a lifesaver. So, what did you say? Change settings, deactivate snap. Oh, there it is. Wow, that's going to be so much better now. So, let's undo this. Undo, 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 undo. For me, you are an expert now, so. All right, we are back above the terrain. And now, ooh, that's so nice. Now I can just move it around however I want. Wow. But the learning curve with tool is actually pretty steep, I guess, because one, not steep. It's not very steep. The learning curve is, I don't know what it is, but I guess it's also different for everyone. But oh wow, I'm quite happy with how this is turning out actually. But what I wanted to say is once you get used to the shortcuts and which keys you need to press to do specific things with tool, once you have that kind of automated and really you're really getting used to it, then tool becomes so handy, and then you can even speed things up while building, I guess, because you can, for example, when an item is floating, you can quickly move it up or above, up or down, and all those kind of things that otherwise you will need to use some special shelving, and I don't know. I love the tool mod, and I guess Twisted Maxi also is pretty impressed with what people are doing with it, as I don't know, I was watching one of his tutorials on something, and he sounded like he's so happy how people get so much use out of it. The green. What about the green? We do have the green inside. No. I might even go with black. Yeah. I might use black. And now I might pick up this whole thing and move it over so it's underneath the window here. And then I might also have one over here. I'm not sure yet. Or what I also could do is move this back here and have some kind of booth situation, like with, I might test it first with the ones from Dine Out, so I won't have to move it all back again if it's not what I wanted. So what I'm picturing is, yeah, good that I'm trying it out first, because would this make sense? I guess it does, because it does help with this whole custom built balcony thing I want to have going on here, apparently. But also, I don't really like where the bar is going this way. If we do it like this. So, well, but actually, it might not be too bad. I'm really sitting so badly, even worse than when I'm building on my own, I feel like. Sorry, it's getting a bit late. It's already 11:40 where I am. How long have I been streaming already? Okay, that's not too bad. I really lose any sense of time when I'm streaming, so I was thinking to try and have my streams be between 2 and 3 hours long. I think that's a good timing. But I don't want to go off right now, so I'm just, I don't know. Just thinking out loud about it. Okay, I might come back to this and just leave it like this, because I feel like this dual bench table I'm happy with, but I don't really know what to do with it right now. But I might move it in the middle, so... Well, actually copying and rotating it how I want it with the booths is not too complicated. It seems to me like it is very annoying right now, but it is not too bad, actually. So I might as well try it out. I feel like I wanted to take a break from Tool Mod right now, but whoops, oh no. Undo. Okay. So this is in the middle. Where's the next middle? So we have eight tiles here. If I'm clicking here, okay, that's not going too bad either. I wasn't expecting this to go so well. I'm kind of happy that it works out. Okay, now did I make it worse? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not too bad to tweak it later. So now I will need to rotate it on this axis 180 degrees, and then back to here. No, not change. Oh no. I was confused with the wall UI trying to do something. Yay! Okay, and another one to the wall. Can the wall please, the floor, the whole thing, please leave me alone? That would be good. Are we on the wall already? Against the wall? Tiny bit is left. Okay. And now it's not centered anymore, but we are on the middle of this tile, so a little bit more. And now I think this is pretty good. Ooh, okay. I just clicked way back there, but how do I get rid of all of my selection? Okay. Okay. Oh, one thing I will need to hide. No. Okay. Yeah. I'm not too happy with this, but oh, I might delete two of them. No, that way I would have another problem. Maybe I can just put some plants up there. Oh, my phone died. How long has it been like this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. I just realized. That's what's happening. As long as I'm streaming with my phone, that it's not keeping up with filming and being charged only through my PC, since I'm having it connected with a regular USB cable to my PC, and unfortunately it's not keeping up with filming, and it's not charging enough while doing that. So no camera for the rest of the stream, unfortunately, but I'm glad. I just purchased a new webcam recently, so it should arrive in a few days, maybe. I don't know. I got it secondhand on eBay, so the seller told me to that he will send it on Monday. So in a few days I'll probably be able to stream with a proper webcam that hopefully doesn't die on me while I'm streaming. So I'm excited for that. It's really fun to pick up this hobby again, and also to really improve while doing it, with getting some better equipment and stuff like that. I really enjoy it recently. I think I want to have this place to have a bunch of plants everywhere. So I might really use the fairies pack here. But will people? No. People will probably care for the plants in this house, in this build, in this business, even though they have nothing to do with it. So I'm not really sure if I want that. But yeah, I'm probably just going to use some more regular plants instead. What am I doing here with these paintings? I shouldn't really care about those right now. Um, yeah, I don't think I want the people to care for the plants around the build. It's so funny because people have been asking for functional plants for so long. Now that we got them, I don't see anybody use them. Not the builders, not the people who do gameplay. I feel like it's another feature where we all think it would be so nice, but once we have it, it's only annoying because if Sims want to do level up the gardening skill, it's probably always going to be that we will use the regular outdoor plants. But maybe I haven't just maybe I have just not tested them enough. Maybe it is nice when you are playing in an apartment and you want to have this plant lover sims with a bunch of house plants. But also you need to be so careful where you place them so your sim is able to get to them. And I also don't know how nice the plant health is going up. I don't know how to say it. How nicely you can see the status of the plant and how well you kept up with it, and it's not really growing, right? So if you could actually do some propagation and take cuttings and plant them and have this whole system around it that really is like having plants in real life. Oh, this comes from a kit. Do I want to use it anyway? It's not really worth it for this random tree. But if they again put in a little bit more thought to it and so on, I think it could be fun, but it could also be still annoying to keep up with the plants. I don't know. But right now I don't really see many people use them, so I don't know if people don't enjoy them or if they don't. So I don't see any plants that I want to use right now. It's a bit odd. Maybe I'm going to place plants another time. So later. I don't know. I wanted to have the spa area, right? And that's where I took off and went onto the balcony. And now I feel a bit lost in my build because I spent so long doing this not custom content. No, I don't use any custom content on any of my builds in the save file, but this custom tool modded bench over here. I might put this on the gallery as it is, just because I might use it in other builds even. I don't know if I'm exaggerating here, but people might find it useful. I mean, custom made tool modded furniture is always pretty nice to find on the gallery. Yeah. Okay, so I will need some sitting area down here, obviously. But now that I spread this out to the top floor with the bar area, I'm a little bit confused how much sitting I want to have down here because there's quite a lot of space, to be honest. Yes, the dine-out plant, I think so too. This is probably the best plant we have in game. I can't think of another plant I like more than this one. It's one thing is that it's perfect because it's perfectly fitting into one tile, and it comes with a black and a white pot, which is handy. It doesn't have any crazy texture on the leaf. It doesn't look as crappy as, for example, this base game plant, even though a plant like this would also be very handy, but this has not so pretty leaves and it does look very base gamey. And it's also not as stylized and modern as this one. So this rubber tree is the perfect plant we have in game. I really cannot really build anything without it either. So I might put down tables over here and more of some kind of armchair situation in the back. Maybe this will solve my problem. I don't really have a problem right now with it. I just try to figure it out. You say it like this. Ooh, this is kind of a nice chair. I like the pattern on it. I don't really like the wood on the frame. It's a little bit more red than the rest of the wood we've been using in this build. And also it seems to be a little bit more, a little bit tinier than I would like it to be. So I always struggle because sometimes everything in this game is way too chunky. Like, yeah, a bunch of older things like this seasons chair next to that one. And I guess in real life you also have chunky chairs and slimmer chairs and so on. But in recent packs, they sometimes go a little bit too skinny for my liking. I can't think of a bunch of different examples right now, but they do tend to be a little bit detached from their sizing sometimes. So I still like these chairs, and I do feel like I can use quite a bunch of businesses and hobbies in this build, so I might just use them. But now that I'm talking about sizing, I don't want to get started on the side tables because those are probably my biggest issue with any furniture category that we have. It's just a real struggle every time to find side tables, and side tables are so useful. Like, what is this? This is as big as this armchair, and it's not even a dining table. It's just a little side table, and I can't handle this. And then we have this really nice pedestal. I don't know, but it's one of the items they made super skinny. And why does this one not come in a lower height? That would be perfect if this one came in a regular low size version, because right now I'm looking for a table to put between the armchairs, and I don't think this one is it because it's so tall. But I might save it for later. I might put something up differently on it. Yeah, the side tables are really ridiculous. They make me be really, really angry. Wow, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? What about... Yeah. No, there is none. I hate all of these right now. I might do something different before I get super frustrated over the sizing of the tables. So I might just see if I can find a dining table I can use for this area where people are going to sit on chairs and not on armchairs. So I might even go with something tall so I can... Wait, do I want to have this be a little bit more modern again? Oops. So yeah, this is not the vibe. But maybe this is a good idea, because that way we can use more... Oh, I should save again. If anyone is playing Sims right now, see this as a sign to save your game, please, before it's too late. Yeah, but I might use this as an opportunity to go with more of this... What's it called? High chair? Bar stool? Yeah. Because these bar stools really worked well. So I might use those for the downstairs sitting area as well. Oh, did you also just take your game? I hope so. Yeah. Oh, this industrial loft one would be nice. This looks so cohesive with this upstairs area right here. So maybe I'm going to use this one. I try to use not too many of the kits in my builds for the save file, but sometimes when I see an item that just really works, and also when I have an excuse to use multiple items of this kit in one build, I might just do it. This comes in this used wood and a more polished one. I don't really use this table a lot, even though it's pretty nice. But I'm going to go with this default swatch, I guess, because it matches our wood we have around here the best. Yeah, so not these and this one. Should I combine them? I mean, the colors go well together, but also I don't really know where to put it another time. And I should probably change the wood of these items just because they just distracted me a little bit. Does this even go into this corner, or is it made for some different one? No, it does go there, right? I don't know what to put on this shelf yet, but I might leave it there for now. Might be useful later. Okay, let's grab this bar stool. And we are going to put 4 on it, I think. Not on the end. I mean on the corners. But also maybe not in the black swatch. But it doesn't really come in a wood swatch that I like. But maybe we have a different bar stool that's industrial and does come. Ooh, what about this? No, this is almost the same one, just in a different size. Another pet peeve of mine, that it feels like the Sims team is not really reviewing what they already have in game and just create a super similar item just because it fits the pack they are working on, but they don't really keep in mind that we already have a bunch of versions of it in other packs, and I don't know. If I was in charge, I would do it differently. That's my main takeaway from it. But maybe I would also not do the best job on it. I don't know. I'm confused where I want to go with this bar stool situation here. Maybe this is an opportunity for me to bring back in this green and gold. So what do we think of this life and death bar stool over here? Because I think I really enjoy this one. And we can still have the more industrial one upstairs, but this ties in the green and the gold. So yay, you also like it. I'm glad. I'm going to keep these. And then I can probably choose some nice wall lights. I don't think I want to have this industrial lamp in green on top of this as well. That's too much green. But maybe in black over here or in brown. I don't know if it looks weird to have this in different colors throughout the build, but I might also just not use it above the counter, even though I like it, but maybe not sure. So no, I'm not the biggest fan how this is looking with the lamps above it. I might also see if I can find some wall light. Or I'm going to change it up later and do it this way again, but I'm not sure on this part yet. Hey Dumpling Sims, how are you? What do you mean? What's wrong with your eyes? Can you not believe you're seeing me here on stream, or what do you mean? I've been streaming now for 1 or 2 weeks, so it's a little bit new for me. I have been streaming once or twice a few years ago. So it's kind of a secret. So no, it's not a secret that I'm streaming, but no one is actually able to know that I do. And also I feel yeah, I don't know, I have really told anyone on social media, so I didn't post about it or anything. So yes, you found me secretly. We are all yeah, let's keep this quiet. No, I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you found me. So welcome in, and I really enjoy streaming. I realize it's really fun for me. And also doing this custom content thing, I also really enjoy it. But my problem is that I only feel productive every now and then that I post something, and while doing it, sometimes I spend so much time of my day on just figuring out something PC wise, just like switching up something with the texture for so many hours, and at the end of the day I can't really see what I did. And I feel like streaming helps me so much to feel productive while I'm doing sim stuff. And also when I'm working on my save file on my own. I mean, I do it for fun mostly, and it's not like it's supposed to feel like work. That would be insane. But still, I do it for so many hours, and in the end, I'm not really good at posting regularly and taking screenshots and stuff. So streaming really helps me to feel like I actually did something that day, I realized. So that's fun. And also I get the benefit of sharing my stuff more, which I'm neglecting a little bit sometimes, or I don't know what it is. It feels like I should just do it, and I'm thinking about everything I want to do more than I actually do. But yeah. Yes, I obviously I don't I absolutely don't want to have any of this feel like work, but at the same time, sometimes it helps when you really dedicate a lot of time to something. It maybe helps to feel like I don't know. It's probably also not the best mindset to have about it, because part of a lot of creative things really are also pretty healthy for not feeling rushed and not feeling pressure and stuff like this to do on your own in solitude. And it's also another benefit you get from that. Maybe it's especially because this is a video game that it feels like you just oops, not my reshade right now. I don't know. I need to think about it more. So you're also streaming. Yeah, it's also I mean, it is pretty time consuming, so it's not super easy to incorporate a lot of times when you have other things to do, I guess. So I personally do have quite a bunch of time on my hand as I'm working from home. I don't have any kids. I don't know, there could be a bunch of other things probably I could do as well, but I think I do have quite a bunch of freedom to just try and go and stream, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm scrolling through the wall decor here for quite some time now, even though I don't even know if I want to put down a new wall decor here. I'm not sure if I want to keep these lights here. I feel like they look not the way I want, and I really want to go back to my industrial filter because that really helped me. Oh, a fire extinguisher is always a nice little detail, I feel like, in commercial lots. I really like that. That's true. I also prefer this over making videos because that's something I was trying a few months ago again. And cutting the footage and editing it is really what's throwing me off from doing some of this stuff in video form, unfortunately, even though I would really like to. But I can't do everything, right? So I should probably focus on streaming for now, and then build it up from there, because maybe maybe editing can become fun when you already have some footage on hand and maybe then you get some ideas or something like this. But overall, editing is so annoying. I did find a tool which is so helpful. It's I should probably try and find the name of it because I think it needs more recognition. It's by some. It's just called Auto Editor. Can I find a link for it here in the program? Wait a second. I really want people to know about this because there are some pretty expensive tools like this available, but I don't know how much this was. It did cost a little bit, but okay. But it is just by some Harvard students or something. I don't know which university. One of the fancy American unis there are. And it cuts out every quiet part where you are not talking. So the most annoying part about editing, I guess, is that most of the time you are just cutting out when you are not talking, and it's horrible. Oh, you do have my base game save file. I'm glad. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm working on this edition where I have started, unfortunately, or also maybe fortunately, to edit the base game worlds again, because my other version was base game only, but this one is including all the packs. So I was pretty unhappy with the base game builds I had, so many of them I did a complete redo, or I edited them a whole bunch. So I postponed this way to update my save file earlier, which I probably could have done if I wouldn't have rebuilt so many parts of my save, but I did, and now we are here. But yeah, again, about this auto editor, I don't know how interesting this is, and I don't know how many people would like to get it, as it is not for free. But for me, it was I was thinking I would take this YouTube thing more serious now, and I was so fed up with editing. But in the end, yeah, maybe it will give me some opportunity later again to target this again once I'm more used to streaming. I don't know, I'm rambling. I want to talk about the build again since apparently we all don't like editing even, so I won't trigger bad memories of us trying to establish a YouTube channel and then getting so frustrating with editing that it wasn't feasible for any of us. Maybe not for any of us, maybe some people also like editing. I guess it can become fun once you have a good workflow and so on, and once you have an editing style you like, and it's more about adding nice details to your videos and stuff. But yeah, so this industrial filter is really not doing it for me anymore right now. There's not as many items as I thought, but there must be some that could be nice, right? So some kind of table for us here. Anything, a little table that looks nice next to these chairs would be so good, but there is none. We don't have any good side tables. At least not ones that are in a size that makes any sense. So you don't really use this. You never use it. That's interesting. I feel like many people don't use it, but I use it quite a bunch. Maybe not the styles, but yeah, actually, yeah. I do like to use also the styles, but I realize they do put not so many tags on the items as I would like. So what I prefer mostly is to use the color option. So maybe that's what I'm going to do again. So I want to see dark brown, green, and probably also black. And then maybe I shouldn't go through everything, but yeah, I do scroll through the catalog for ages a lot of times as well. Oh, maybe I'm going to not use the business and hobbies seats over here. Maybe I will put this as an action chair somewhere or something like this, but maybe I'm going to use those eco lifestyle ones because I feel like they also incorporate the style I'm looking for. Whoops. I wanted to have... Oh, the walls are up again. Yeah, I wanted to... go for this particular look, and it's hopefully working somehow. So I'm not the biggest fan of this plant in here, but it might go well on the balcony. So I might put it here for now. Yeah. Okay. So we do have still a lot of space there. This is all chairs. I don't want any more chairs right now. I want some things that really fill up the space. So maybe I am going to reuse our trusted rubber tree, and it doesn't fill up a bunch of space, obviously, but it does help. And these shelves, even though I like them, I don't think we will have use for them, really. So I might as well get rid of them. Oh no. It's not too easy to use any plants in here for some reason. This item I would like to use more, but I really don't. It's one of these items where they put in... They did so well with this, but again, imagine we had all of these plants separately. Imagine this for a moment. How beautiful would that be if we had all these hanging plants available to us? But we don't. We don't. And I don't know how to use this item otherwise. I don't know if you use CC, but I think a winged llama has separated them. If anyone is interested, I'm going to see if I'm right. shouldn't be too hard to find. I don't know what they are doing actually. I haven't seen any of their stuff in quite a long time. But yeah, they separated all these plants and they have amazing custom content overall. So if you want to, if you are using custom content, you should definitely check them out. They are having such good stuff. But we are not using CC for the save file, unfortunately, so we can't use this right now and have to make work with what we do have available to us. So what else can we put here? Maybe I'm going to switch and do something completely different and start over with this floor plan of this house next to this shop and cafe juice area thing. Oh, this is not above this and this as well. Now it's good. Yeah, so this is going to be a regular house where people are supposed to live. The people who are owning this place. Whoa, my game just freaked me out when I clicked accidentally on the gallery, so I'm definitely going to save right now. So I have made up a story for who is living there. Oh, maybe we're going to the other one, to the other store, and work on that one instead. I don't feel like making a floor plan right now. That would be a little bit too much for me after being live for 2.5 hours now. I think I should probably choose something easier now that I'm even struggling to place down plants in this bar and cafe area. So I might go over here. So I might show you the outside first. So this is, I don't know why I have this letterbox placed outside here so weirdly. Maybe it did spawn probably when I tested the build once with a sim right in front of the house, as the mailboxes like to do. So let's go from downstairs upwards. So we have this. It's going to be a mix of a crystal store, jewelry, and also in this little back area, I want to have a space where we can do some tarot reading or seances, or maybe both. So, and over here in the back is a little entrance where you can go to this apartment. So the person doing this and living here is going to live upstairs. These paintings or these crystal imageries can probably also go downstairs. These look more fitting for this commercial area, I think. So let's move them down here instead. This sales table is probably not super practical in this build downstairs here, but I do like it how it looks with all the things beneath it. Maybe we can put it here in the entrance area, so maybe that's where the person doing all this stuff is planning the next sales event. I don't know, maybe they go to some kind of festival where you can buy their crystals and the jewelry and stuff like this, so that could be kind of cute. I don't know. our filter can go. Oh, my game is struggling so bad right now. I'm not really a fan of all the gray I did use, and also not the light wood on the bottom. So I might for now copy the one from the store downstairs. And also, yeah, I want this to look very nice and old and probably not too fancy. Not this old, but can we maybe also use a nicer door for this entrance here? I would have liked the entrance to be on this side, but I guess that's too late now. Would it be too annoying to change it up? It probably would be. But it would also now be my last chance to do so, I guess. Ooh, what am I doing? Should I? Yeah, I should, because why should the shop owner go into the backyard of this other venue? I do still think I want this entrance here to be open, just because it's otherwise, you know how annoying it is when Sims need to run around a whole building, but also I want, yeah, I want this, I want to switch this up, so not super complicated, I guess. So I can grab this stairs and just switch everything around a little bit. And it is really my last chance to do this, so otherwise, if I'm going to continue with the upstairs right now, I would have a much harder time to do this later on, so I should use this opportunity to make these changes right now. Okay, I did have this 2 tiles wide. Ooh, okay. Another problem I'm facing now is that I probably will have to do this a little bit differently. Why is this on a platform? Do you think the sim could go in here? Would they be able to walk up there? I don't know if we should get a tester sim. I don't feel like doing that right now, but I might regret it later if I don't. Now I lost my flooring I had. Oh no, this one. Oh! I don't like that. I wanted this to be very... No, I'm going to switch it back. Even though I don't really like that the shop owner has to go into this yard area of the other venue, but that is really not worth it, because I want this room to have this really nice window in the middle. And okay, how much do I need to go back? What did I do before? Okay, I did place this door over there, that's fine. Oof, okay, I could have thought about this earlier, but this way the floor plan of this house makes much more sense from the inside. So that's what I should be more focused on. This is where a little bathroom could go, but also I haven't used any door upstairs because I really like how these 3 windows look lined up here, and I imagine that you would be able to step outside here, that these windows would open up completely. Obviously they don't, and I think I want to keep it this way, even though it's probably annoying, but you can, if you are going to play in this house, easily change it up and just put not a window, a door in here. So okay, I need to think about the rest of this, though, how I want this all to be. So I want this to be kitchen, living room, and also a place where they work on their jewelry and stuff, but this is going to be the bedroom then, I guess. I might make this a little bit smaller. Now I have this very weird space here. But I might also... I could also get rid of this part and make this over here some kind of bathroom. But I said that I want to have this be centered with the window, this room over here, right? So I need to figure this out. This way we have a very weird nook over there. So I might keep this room pretty big. But where could the kitchen go? Probably on this wall. That might be not too bad. Let's try this. A nice, cozy kitchen. For some reason, I'm not too mad about the gray walls. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of gray. I mean, I'm not a fan of gray at all, to be honest. Maybe I want this to be closed off even. Don't know. I am thinking about it now, but I do think I want this to be separated. Maybe with an arch though. Maybe not a door, but an arch. And then the arch can be lined up so it's centered between these windows. And a door for the bathroom would be nice, right? So probably just these. Ooh, I forgot that adds something on the wall, on the door. But do we have some cuter doors? I don't really use the stranger doors just because they have this blue crystal knob. But for this crystal theme, maybe I can use them once. The wood is not matching. I should use this darker wood for all of this. That's much nicer. And then we will also need some tiles for the bathroom. And not this wood. Oh, not the ceiling. I might just put down this linoleum for now. Or maybe I will use this in the kitchen. I wish we had this in other color swatches. That would be so good to get some more variants of that. Ooh, and this one, I really like this one. But I want something different for the bathroom. Maybe this is nice, even though it looks quite updated and polished. Also, I feel like it would have been nice to use all these 3 windows. Oh no, I'm not going to bother right now. It's fine. It's fine. I might use the cottage living kitchen in here. Ooh, now that I'm thinking of kitchen, talking, I'm thinking of my food that I have left for me for after stream. I was talking about this in the beginning. I have this rice and not too special, but I have a rice cooker, so the rice I make is pretty nice. And then I did make this stew, even almost, with some chickpeas and spinach. It doesn't sound too fancy, I guess, and it also probably isn't very fancy, but it's, I don't know, I already ate it recently and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I'm not sure what it is about this meal. And I'm getting quite hungry. This is a very small kitchen. Yeah, I love chickpeas so much. I really like to incorporate them in many dishes. Not sure about this situation. Unfortunately, this doesn't come in many options with a dark wood top. But I might just have this. Should I maybe... I don't know. I will first choose a dining table and then we can see how much space we have left. Ooh, what's it called? Life and death will be perfect for here. So just put it anywhere. Just have it put down. We can rearrange it anytime. I don't like the yellow linoleum with my plans for this apartment, unfortunately. Even though I really like the floor in general, but I don't feel like the yellow is really helping us here and doing the best. I might use this one. It's very classical, but this little bit run-down swatch is always pretty nice. Do I want to go even more grody? No, I don't think so. That's too messed up. This Bristol shop owner would still have a pretty nice home. Not super shabby or anything. fancy curtains are not it for upstairs here. I might filter by life and death. And Shabby. Let's see what Shabby has to offer. And Boho. And Storybook. Wow. Yeah, I do like to use these filters. I find them quite helpful sometimes. Maybe I have an excuse to use this sofa for this sim. This could work here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this with the bedroom in this house, but I will find a way. Well, I would like to have some sort of living room integrated here as well. So should I maybe switch this up a bit more? Not switch it up, but move this all a little bit more around. I don't know. Well, this way we can have a living room. And then we can have the bedroom over here. And maybe they have this crystal stuff everywhere throughout the house. That might be nice. I want to have the windows covered up a little bit more because I feel like the white doesn't really... Maybe I'm going to see... Oh no. From the outside I really like it with the white windows, but from the inside I don't. So I'm not sure what to do about it really. I would like to have the inside be brown. Ah, difficult decision again. So this blue colorful one, no, this one has too much other colorful stuff inside. I'm going to keep it white for now. Whoa, this fairy's bed is very interesting. I don't think I want to use it here, just because maybe, I don't know what it is that I try to incorporate the fairies pack so much into this build. I might as well. Where am I going to use it? And it does come with pretty nice I was almost going to say wallpaper. What's it called? Bedding? Bed sheets? And almost all the swatches look pretty cool. Even though grey is not my thing. Even the grey one is nice. But yeah, I find it hard to choose. Such a shame we didn't get this bedding with a little bit more of a plainer version. Do we want to use a bunch of purple maybe? Ooh, I don't know. This looks very... No. I don't know. This is so pretty on one hand, but on the other side, I want to keep this somewhat, yeah, it's not supposed to look like there's a fairy living here or something like this, or a spellcaster. This is just a person who makes crystals. So we could go with some patterns and so on, and boho stuff, as I said, but yeah, not too whimsical this uh in this unrealistic way, if you know what I mean. So I do think I want to have a bunch of stuff that a bit, yeah, shabby and decorated, like this one with the flowers on it. I think I do like this kind of vibe, but oh, now I'm grabbing the fairies pack again. What is wrong with me today? Well, I can use the fairies pack overall, but I don't have to. And I can tone it down once I feel like it gets too storybook, I don't know, fairy tale home me, and doesn't really look like a house from a real person anymore, so I can try to figure something out, I guess. One thing I hope they one day will do is give us an opportunity so that we can turn off occults in the game completely. I find it so mean, almost. Not mean. So yeah, I just am so frustrated that we do have to have occults in the game, and even with mods, it's so difficult to tone them down. Turn them off maybe would be better, but I just really feel like having occults in the game can really throw off the whole vibe when you are just, I don't know, you're just having this very peaceful family life or whatever, and then a vampire comes around, knocks on your door, and I don't know, why does it have to be like this? Ooh, I can incorporate this mirror here with this painting. Yeah, Vlad loves to do that. He loves to tell you that. It's nice to get compliments, but I prefer to have them not from vampires. Bathroom. Bathroom should be not too hard to do. Again, the fairy pack. I haven't really looked at it too much, so that's probably also why I'm grabbing it every time I see something from it. Oh, I realized it's probably time for me to go pretty soon, even though I'm still having so much fun. But it's getting pretty late. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, and I shouldn't overdo it. What is this? Hub. I swear I've never seen this. Is this something you can build yourself? Does it have any switches? No. I'm confused. Where did this come from now? It's space game? Is it debug? Or like edit? No. Did we get this recently? I'm so confused. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap up my stream now. I'm going to rate someone with you though. So I'm going to de-stream and probably eat while we are going to watch this next channel where we are going now. I hope someone's live who I know. Let's see. A pumpkin shell challenge. Maybe that's a good switch now that we've been are they still playing Sims? My game, no, not my game. Twitch is not doing what I want. I can't really see anything right now. Let's see. I want to go somewhere with you. Oh, I don't know if they are still alive because it went black and then I couldn't write them anymore. So can I somehow filter? I can search for the Sims 4 because it's not really on the weekend. Not a lot of people are streaming for some reason. I realize time and time again. Let's visit this Sims stream. We are doing some gameplay over there. And I'm going to see you there, I guess. I don't have any great message or something prepared for you, but let's say hi over there and see what's going on.